28th chapter Retaliator on land. I'm writing this out and might gather some more chapters later on in life. Till this book is published and work on now. And it's worth it now to say that it's about the spiral world. Not from Gurren Lagann, and the show is extraterritorial to go up to land on surface, then into outer space. And makes life daunting or perplexing, to say the least. And I have high hopes this goes out to each of you out there. And fathom control that I go back to working in my retrieve to write, this I myself, in this grand endeavor of publishing books. Fathoming the truth of perilous acts that tie over all our lifetimes, to tie the seam of threads. I muster up to tell you all this now. The factor plays an important part, that suffice for some individual. And the like to stay in shape and keep good health. I'm not as good as Kiyosaki, senpai. But make him Hawaiian Japanese descent. While I'm Cambodian with white and Chinese. And that's a fable for another day? If you're interested in his writing, and want another author, that's good to read his writing. And makes matters, suffice to treason not to tell him that he's my role model, as another Asian writer would tell you. The spruce to life's mysteries and change your luck in life. And make amends to the thought shut out of all boundaries set in place to know they're telling you that it won't matter. I myself reverted to matter of dark matter to tie a bide that eludes time itself. And make matters about life we lead in the name of the Almighty. And make him fathom us in the grand scheme of life's greatest treason to have now rest finally. After treason. That's to sum up the life I led now. That matters to some of you. Is a pun that's punny. Pardon me, that's the way we have life, our way to wing it as angels to tell back heaven. To open their gates. And make it about souls resting in a new life. After ours that we live. And make matters about the cause of it all. Or, at hand. Suffice to treason is how the moral act of conduct plays, sufficing to none to shape fate. As we speak. And no more of the stealing or hurting others, as I've matured in love, the company of someone. The masses outweigh us, we don't ask for them to? And why don't they know to get some help on the matter at most pressing times? And it's governed on to me that I myself know now not to trifle with vanity's affair, as under the God's watchful eyes look my way to see if I deserve any props back. Stage props, you use them, or no one would have to act as part of the stage. The moral decay, and I won't list all of them now. That's how I fathom time has to govern someone to play the victim. On several occasions gods don't trifle with us until now. And that's the moral sum up the passage or chapter. And there's never a thought recollected seems to fathom but the truth. And might care to me explaining that to you all. I'm governing the central axle and coordinates the heavens. In the spiral galaxy, over hues. And there's 4 direction. One for each poly: the big bluff poly, paradox poly, lean poly, strong thudding ox poly or fat poly, and hen. The female poly. The polys that you all know and love. It's north-south for hen. And the north is governed the lean poly, while the south is the big bluff. And south was already big bluff poly. The east is the commander poly who's fat. While you know that west side goes to the gangster, the paradox poly. The way we portray a hue in our paradigm. A circle of mirroring walls. And next is the thought of a mirror going in our paradigm going west. The right touch is all it takes, and the paradox poly's game is much more grand, but I got the highest score, not even just cheering onlookers knows that. But the Quidditch wasn't hard to get for a seeker. The cusp and minus are all the paradigm I'm in. That got nobody not but themselves to bring forth me. And there's 5 other polys with names. Just to tease them. It's Nat, Geo, a white poly who's Arthur, 1, Nathan. And that's to my scoring too big. That no one in history or will ever score that high ever. is what they told us. And I get to talk comforting for everybody to hear. And the North Sector houses us. Out of Judy's spiral world. And that's to the future supreme God that I've chosen, Asunder is, the soul of Asunder the lightning god. And he plays the ladder off, of the spiral. In a new age. And ward off anything that might disrupt the flow of balance. Or fabric spacetime. Is to tie over everything as the hues of the spiral play, a part of reincarnating over and over for Judy? And makes matters suffice and make it out in one piece. Out of the spiral world? And that's to fathom the spiral universe out of the cataclysmic world out of my brain. Who the gods want to have magic in our everyday lives, we lead as of late. To getting out of the extraterritorial into life that can become the hue or spiral world. Is your choice and randomize not just each paradigm you and yourself all over again. And that makes the whole reason now I'm writing to educate you all. In the afterlife, to not tell back who's in charge. But you'll see me up there. In the Grand Central of the North Squadron. And high and mighty, as a mighty hawk. With 3 eyes like Shiva? Now we suffice to the end of the chapters that has come before. And relieve you all of the excursion that's to come. From waiting. As a ladder god I'm lucky, this day I get the mission appointed to me. And I ask them to stay true to who they are. Stay true to the heart. Is my favorite saying. And use what you got. It's to make everything, is your arsenal and, can be used. And I mention in my passages he had open heart surgery. Was my father. So excuse him. As I can do whatever I want now. Living life to the fullest. Dreaming this as a kid to be as important as yours truly, right now. And we have life leading on to others' fate, and led to decide. And most has to really muster this out to sum off the masses. One day. Well, realize life has all kinds of encryption that suffice to any truth. And make it all about the ladder god doing his work from the subconscious. Laid wide, awake some nights. No, I sleep in. As they tease me, with all kinds of souls to weigh. And make it less daunting at times we govern ourselves. The moral of the masses we lay each day out of pure thought, process and dealt, the cards life has in store. Perfectly. And that's summing up a life the ladder god leads, as an individual. And in on itself. Like many of you, come when told be true. To who you are. And no one cares about that or anything. To listen to that and now we sack them, the condemned to never listen to, the realm of the subconscious level. And make it about life has many doors and to offer us. When we abide by laws govern only, to care enough about the cause. Like God's endeavor is not to play around with lives. And no one is in it for himself or herself. And make it about life's unending secret. And there's more and have life leading out of pure hatred is not nice, the life they wanted you to lead. They've told it. The way it's more or less the decision, up to God to decide. And more of it has offer us, the privilege to hear the gods whisper. And the moral decipher and act of concealing play an important role to govern in our everyday lives. Long till we reach the truth of the masses as a whole sum up. To quote Kiyosaki. And make it enduring to stay true. As sacrifice of one's own religious act by God himself, whether it's me or anybody, the likes. Has something to do with the message? Not bat out the way of desires of your own dream. But wish upon others' success. Of someone else's grand endeavor, not their own work you stole? Is to talk catch if you are aware is just right. An end calamity as COVID-19 took over 1 billion lives worldwide. As I'm stuck in the chamber of despair. Not for long, you think? Quite metaphorically insufficed, as we lead the now whim of the Almighty himself. And it's right on the money. I get a few dollars for my writing and make it up to you to decide my destiny. I know it's not up to grabs. I make it as a person is entirely up to you, the readers, to decide who, enduring, has life to offer. And by that we close this chapter, as Retaliator runs away, and on land they fathom it, suffice to none. And make the reality how he or she fathoms the life led on their own. And make life vast and alluring, to say the least, is my style of writing. Formally for Kiyosaki, and I write about his last name. To be Japanese. To be to you the writers or readers, and make it about life that's yours. And make it no one ever has a set course for somebody else. Yes, it's not listening to others, or a will of God's to decide for you. And listen to that, to not be fooled and muster up others. We find love in any way, shape, or form. The latter God that I am. I'm entitled to play out the mission they left for me in my life to tell, and have a good brush in with fate. And no one has the goal not to care about us. When we have Donald Trump leading the Hallianizing at best in fathom, to leading lives accordingly. And make it mandatory to re-evaluate the precise decision they plan out for us. As a group of subconscious bearers at that or the realm. To make life woven to come and grasp at straws. Or sewn tightly shut in their image and the way it went down to them. And matter to your peers and family members who you've talked to. To matter in your own life, leading the cause on a set track. And make the masses a whole part of who we say we want to be out of life. And make matters daunting at most, not ever so perplexing. And make it to the earshot of your loved ones that care enough about you not to slander and confuse you in your own thought process. And suffice to treason and handle it with hopes of the future. To deep despair in the mind. You lead lives and live accordingly to the will of the gods. And such we fathom the perfect ending to our story we've rewritten as a whole of some. And make things matter close to how you have all of yourselves.